Stampers, my name is Sandy Hancock and I want to welcome you to Utterly Awesome Stamping. Today I'm going to be showing you two things. The first thing is the mirror image technique. This allows you to take an image and reverse it. So this is the original image, this is the mirror image. And then the second thing I'm going to talk to you about is the Share Sunshine COVID-19 printout. I want to show you some little tricks that can help you get more mileage out of that download. Okay, so let's start with the card. I'm using the set called Back on Your Feet. It's got the giraffe, the turtle, and the sloth. I've used them all so much and really enjoy this set. Okay, so let's get started. First thing we're going to do is pull out the Stamparatus because this is a necessary part of the stamping for reverse image. Okay, so first thing is you get your cardstock and then you're going to mark exactly where you're putting it because you're going to need to put it back in exactly the same place in a minute. Okay, so what I did originally is I just set the stamp here and then I closed the lid on top of it. So that's how you get your position for your stamp. So I am going to ink up the giraffe. Looks good. Then I'm going to take out the paper, set it aside for just a moment, and take a silicone mat. Now these are what we use for, put our cardstock on it to add adhesives because nothing will really stick to this. And this is a perfect way to pick up that image for the mirror image technique. So we're going to ink it up really good. Put it. Notice I haven't moved the giraffe, and I believe I'm going to ink it one more time just to make sure that I love it. Okay, so now I'm going to once again remove the magnets. I'll set aside the Stamparatus. Oh no, I'm not going to set aside the Stamparatus. Hello, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm putting the cardstock back in. Okay, right where I had it at the first time. Okay, then I'm going to take my mat, turn it upside down, so now the ink is going down. You can kind of see through this if you lower it a little bit at a time. Now take your fingers and just press the ink down onto your cardstock. It works much better with your fingers than, say, taking a block or some other way. At least I've had a lot more success. Then when you pick it up, voila! Oh my word, you have this gorgeous print. Look at this. Is this amazing or what? Wow. Okay, so now I can set aside the Stamparatus. And what I've done, since this is not really about coloring in, so I've already started coloring in the giraffes, but I wanted to show you just a little bit what I did. So I'm using the Cajun Craze Stampin' Right marker. I'm coloring in the spots. Then I'm going to take a Pool Party light marker, give him a little blue eye, and then I'm going to take the light Smoky Slate, color in a little bit at the bottom of his feet. The light black will be his feet. Okay. All right, so now I'm just going to take a light Daffodil Delight. That looks dark, but it is light. Okay, light Daffodil Delight. And you don't have to avoid the Cajun Craze. Okay, then I'm going to take the dark Daffodil Delight and I'm just going to go back and highlight a little bit. Okay, then since these are blends, whoops, here goes my lid, I'll just take the light and go back and blend in a little bit. And I think I'm going to put a little bit of Cajun Craze in his ears, just to highlight a little bit. Okay, so now we've got 2 giraffes all colored in, good to go. We'll put him on the main card. All right, now what you're going to notice is these giraffes are, this card needs something, right? It needs some filler. And for those of you that have watched my how to sponge clouds video, that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. I'm just going to sponge in some clouds and you'll see what an amazing filler this technique is. And you can go back and watch the video if you want even more instruction. What I did is I used a scallop punch to get the little template here. That works really, really well. Okay, so see how much nicer that is? All sponged in, filled in, looking happy. Now we need the greeting. So one of the greetings in the set says, this is not N-O-T. Hey, where's my silicone mat? This is not good, so that's what I used. Now sometimes if I don't want my greeting up really high, I don't use dimensionals. I'll just use a couple of pieces of cardstock. So that's exactly what I'm going to do here. Okay, now we'll add it to the card. And I'm going to add a couple of black rhinestones. Stampin' Up! Sold these a while back, but never fear if you do not have black rhinestones. Just take your dark black Stampin' Right marker and color 2 rhinestones, and boom, you are good to go. Okay, so now all we need is the 6 feet apart. So I'm going to take a Sharpie and I'm just going to write 6 feet. Then I'm going to take my see-through ruler. This is C-T-H-R-U, see-through. And I will draw. This is, if you don't have a see-through ruler, you'd be really happy if you had one, because they really help you straighten, get things straight. Okay, so we just did a little 6 feet apart, and there we go. Okay, now let me show you the inside. The inside says 6 feet apart, but still in my heart. This is one of the greetings from the Share Sunshine COVID-19 download. That is only going to be available through June the 2nd, as far as we know. So I encourage you to go ahead and download it. Now, when you download it, you are going to want to save that original link, because after I had printed out a couple of things from my original link, I went to download it again, and it was just weird numbers and it wasn't right. So keep your original link that you're sent, and then you can copy and paste that into your browser and go back and use it as many times as you want. However, if you're going to print it out the first time, my encouragement is here's how you use it going forward. So you've printed it out the first time. Now, instead of cutting out things that you want from this, unless you think you're only going to make one card, here's what I encourage you to do. Get a piece of typing paper, put it over your greeting. Now what I want is 6 feet apart, but still in my heart. And then I wanted to use this rectangle, stitch rectangle. So I kind of saw how much room I needed, and I cut out around that. Then I added a second sheet, cut out, and now I can go put this in my printer, and I'm only going to print this out. So I'm not wasting my cardstock or my ink on printing out the entire page if this is really all I want. And I've done this a number of times, so I'm just going to hold on to this, and keep reprinting. There are also, some of these greetings are in color, so if you did that, the only thing you would do differently is press your color button on your printer. Okay, now I want to show you some other cards I've made. Now this, using the COVID-19 set. This is the sloth from the back on your feet, hang in there. Just because, but wear your mask. And then I made a little 1/8 inch high mask to go on the sloth. This one is so cute. Have another quarantini. It said, it's like a normal martini, but you drink it at home alone. Is that not so cute? This one possibly is my favorite. I miss your face. This is the Over the Moon set, and this is retiring, by the way. So if you don't have it and you want it, hurry up and get it before June the 3rd. Okay, this one says, I can't wait to hug you when this is all over. Let's roll with it. And then inside that one I put, we're in this together. This is sharing love and paper hugs. And then this is just another, I can't wait to hug you when this is all over. This is the Tropical Oasis paper, which is so beautiful. Okay, so there you have it. I would encourage you to try this mirror image technique with something that is going to be cute like this, that will look good reversed. Go through your stamps and see what you have to try out, and have fun doing it. If you want to subscribe to my blog, to the YouTube channel, press the subscribe button below, and then be sure to check out my blog, www.sandystamper.com. All of the details for this card are on my blog today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.